Welcome to this guided lesson on my arrangement for the guitar of the song Norwegian Wood by the Beatles. In this lesson, we will cover everything you need to know to get started on your practice and eventually mastering the arrangement. My name is JC Guitar, a professional classical guitarist, and I hope you get to understand the specifics behind this marvelous piece of music. Without further ado, let's get started. First, we start with a small introduction with some harmonics. These are the gentle sounds you hear in the beginning of the performance. They are executed by placing the finger gently on top of the string with not too much force to make it sound like a regular note, nor too lightly because it will sound muffled. Just the right amount of pressure and you will ring an harmonic, or in this case, one of the many harmonics that incorporate a note. This light pressure is applied in the second, third and fourth strings of the guitar on the 12th fret, either with the third or fourth finger of the left hand just at the right angle. Then, on the right hand, we press each string from the fourth to the second with the thumb, P finger, index, I finger and middle finger, M finger, respectively, like this. Now that we have covered the single introduction of this piece, let's move forward to the actual first verse of the song. Here we have the main melody in G major, where we play the right hand by alternating the index and middle finger while keeping the rhythm on the thumb. Don't forget the glissando on the E note on the 5th fret of the second string by sliding the third finger, and on the C note on the 5th string by sliding the second left finger. The fingers used in the slurs are mentioned in the score. To perform, you play it like this. Now we have the second melody in G minor. Here the interplay between the index, middle and thumb fingers is a bit more complex, so play with a metronome and clap each rhythm to get a sense of the timing. You'll see that it gets quite comfortable in the end. Then we have an ascending slurred pattern that will become a staple of this arrangement. Here, simply follow the fingerings proposed and slowly increase the tempo with the help of a metronome. After we get the first melody again, but played in thirds, now playing the index and middle finger at the same time. Caution, do not jump with the right hand when plucking the strings with both fingers. Slowly, it should sound like this. Afterwards, we get to the second melody in G minor, but also in thirds. So what applied before to the first melody applies here also. The slurred sections now get a bit more extreme by adding 2 consecutive slurs instead of just 1 per string. Once again, follow the fingerings in the score and slowly increase the tempo of the metronome while still being able to play comfortably. One thing to mention is the use of the A finger of the right hand when playing the E string. It should come naturally and easily, but if not, stop and just play the chord with the A finger included about 10 to 20 times while adjusting the position of the A finger to your liking. Don't forget to not increase the distance between the wrist and the strings as to keep the right hand solid. When soloed, it should sound like this. once more doing the first melody in G major, in thirds. We have a new slurred pattern of 2 consecutive slurs, now in G major. Follow the same procedures as mentioned before. Then, instead of thirds, we get a pattern of fourths, with the note a fourth above the melody line when we play the first melody again. Watch the fingerings and fret positions to take care of the new left hand positions. Afterwards, we get to the second melody in G minor, but an octave above the third string, in thirds as well. Now arpeggiated with the same right hand pattern as before while doing the harmonics, just in the first, second and third strings, with the open G shifting from the fifth to the third string. Slowly, it should sound like this. Patterns follow the repetition of the G minor melody as it repeats, with the bar ray before on the 5th fret that shapes an C sus 4th chord. Many exercises for bar ray strength are available online, but as a bar ray only is applied in half of the neck, it should not be difficult for intermediate performers. After that, we get the most difficult motive of the song, with the same slurred pattern that was in the beginning now done in the upper strings of the guitar. The stretches can be quite complicated, so take time and slowly build your flexibility of the left hand in a way to feel comfortable doing the 2 consecutive slurs on each string. Again, remember to use the metronome with the tempo marking assigned in the beginning of the lesson. Now we enter the end game of the arrangement, having the main melody again but an octave higher and again in thirds. Keep a straight wrist in the right hand as you pluck the thirds on the first, second and third strings respectively. Repeat the same slurred pattern you've learned before and we are ready to keep on going. Slowly, it should sound like this. Here, we simply must do the thirds on the second G minor melody while playing the full bass, now an octave lower, which means the bar ray is now up to 5 strings and we have to play the A finger on the right hand. As per the final cadence, you have 2 options, either the one on the score or the one I did in my performance. Both can be seen and learned in this video. Slowly, it should sound like this. And finally, all we have to do is repeat the first melody as in its initial stage of the arrangement, with only adding the second consecutive slurred pattern at the end while building up our final G chord, but ending with natural harmonics in the 5th fret with the 4th finger. Slowly, it should sound like this. And there we go. With this and some solid practicing, you should be able to play and eventually master the song Norwegian Wood, at least my arrangement of it. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like and share it with some other people so they may know as well. Also, comment down below what you think about this model of lesson and how it can be improved. And as always, thank you for watching.